So I have been getting to know Tasha Z3D over the past couple of months. We actually met through the Creative Mastermind server, and it's been a lot of fun watching her content, getting to know her, just seeing what her goals are, what she's trying to do, and how she's succeeding. So I wanted to invite her on the show just to learn a little bit more about her. We talked about what she's selling nowadays, kind of where she wants to go with that. We talked about all her tattoos and why she has them. We got a really, really good story about her grandfather. So I hope you enjoy this interview. I was on location at a different place. We had a couple of little technical issues, but hey, what would my show be without technical issues? But I hope y'all listen to this interview and you learn some things that you didn't know about Tasha, because I know I did. How you doing, Tasha?
I'm here.
I'm here. I'm gonna have to learn I can do the ooh, but I gotta learn the it's done. I don't know. Gotta
You
work
really
on
gotta do the uns. It's like three U's and then an N.
Okay, okay, I gotta do the N. The N is my problem, I think.
Yeah.
So I'll keep working on that, and we will have a blast. Everybody's like, "Happy birthday!" and "Let's go!" and all those different things. It's always Dud's birthday, guys. Just so y'all know, it's always Dud V2's birthday. So you should always tell him happy birthday. Blazing Prince is excited about the interview tonight. I am too. There's a lot of people who are part of that mastermind group that we're a part of. How long had you been in the mastermind group before you kind of got stuck in a group?
It was pretty quick actually.
Okay.
Some people I know it takes a while to get into a group, but I got in when Misfit was doing her stuff and she was just like, bam, you're in this group. And I was like, I know none.
Exactly. Exactly. If you don't know what the mastermind, we'll talk about the mastermind Discord server sometimes. And speaking of that, hey, if you're not over on Discord, guys, you should get over on Discord because it's a really great place to have some good conversations. And you start at one Discord server and you work your way out to, I think I'm at a couple of hundred now. I don't,
Oh my God.
no, I think I'm probably about 75, maybe close to 100, but not quite there. So, but the Creator Mastermind server is a server that was created by Misfit. If you're ever interested, jump in my Discord, ask me about it, and I'll get you a link and send you over there. Hey, I'll do this question, and then we'll get into. I always ask about drinks and everything, but Nate wants to know what your favorite ice cream is.
My favorite ice cream. Oh, okay. I actually just bought it.
Okay.
And it is fish food, Ben and Jerry's. It's my favorite.
Fish food.
Yeah,
What's
it's
it?
like chocolate ice cream with marshmallow fluff, caramel sauce, and chocolate fudge fish inside.
Okay. I was wondering what the fish food thing, where that was coming from. I was trying to figure out if they was flakes, like they were putting fruity pebbles or something in the.
No, that would be weird.
Okay.
No, they're like
no, that would be
fudge.
weird, but chocolate
Oh,
fish
they
and
look
ice
like
cream.
they look like little fish, but they're fudge and they're delicious.
That does sound really good. That does sound really, really good. Well,
And
so
before we get started, shout out to Vivian. That's my mom.
oh, hey Vivian. Welcome, Mom. Welcome, Mom. Good to see you. She's over on the YT, guys. She's hanging out over there. Said hi. So thank you for joining us over there. So in that light, do you have anything that you're drinking tonight? I always ask about this.
So I actually have two drinks with me. I
Okay.
have High C Orange, because that's probably my favorite High C. Second favorite would be Fruit Punch.
Okay.
And then I am drinking whiskey, which is Maker's Mark mixed with ginger ale.
Ooh, that's a good one. Maker's Mark.
Uh, Canada Dry. Is it Canada Dry?
Canada
Or
Dry? Canada
well,
Dry
it's
is.
that brand.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. I have never had it with like that. I've done Coke. I've done, that kind of stuff. But
It's really good because it like enhances the flavor of the whiskey and
right.
doesn't take away from it, like Coke or
Doesn't sweeten it too much. Doesn't. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It just cuts it enough to where you're not like getting kicked in the throat.
Okay. Cool. So we have an ice cream suggestion and we have a drink suggestion. Guys, y'all know last week when we were talking to Erica Prince, she had Topo Chico. Well, my friend Luke sent me some blueberry Topo Chico, so that's what I'm drinking tonight. So I had never had it before, so I was excited to get it, and I saved. This is my first can. I have not had any of it yet. So it smells like blueberry. It tastes like Clearly Canadian. You remember Clearly Canadian? in the blue bottles with the, yeah, that's kind of what it tastes like to me. So interesting. I have now had Topo Chico. Anybody else a Topo Chico fan? Anybody else a Scotch fan? Raise your hand in the peanut gallery. Let us know what you're up to, what you got. What drink? What are you drinking tonight? What do you sit down? Do y'all like get popcorn and drinks and sit here and watch the show? Is this up on the big screen? Probably not. But it's on your phone and you're sitting in the bathroom. Is that what you're doing? That's kind of what I picture. That's how I get through these interviews. And so Tasha, whatever we're calling you these days. If you get nervous, picture everybody in the toilet. There you go. Great. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's awesome. We got Kool-Aid, Crazy Creations. We got Blazing Prince, more of a moonshine guy. I got you. Moonshine's kind of an up and coming thing. That's I'm a Scotch guy when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I can catch the moonshine sometimes. I do like what she's doing over there. I do have to say that. What are we calling her? Can we clarify that? Not until the end of the show, because I'm going to call her Tay and Tasha, Tarsha. You know, I'm going to do whatever I can to confuse y'all.
All of the letters into it. It's fine.
I still can't. Tasha's with the Z, right?
Oh, no, everybody gets confused. So the Z is actually just my first initial of my last name.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Tasha Z3D. I thought sounded really nice.
I like it. I like it.
Had a good sound to it, so that's why I went.
That's it. So did y'all hear what she said? Say that. Say what it is again. Say the name of your channel again.
Tasha Z3D.
Okay, so there you go. Y'all have your answer. I don't even have to say it because I'm going to say it wrong. I guarantee you. I'm not going to say it right. Tasha. We will get there. We will get there. Hey, guys, while you're at it, let me know how the volume feels, how everything's going. Levels are looking good to me here, but sometimes I just have questions. So I want to know, and I'm sitting on different equipment. So awesome. Tasha. So, Miss Tasha, tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's just start with the primer. This is the Cliff Notes for the class.
Oh my God, that was actually the worst. So I actually grew up with a dad in the military. He did 20 years in the Navy. So I was always that kid that was standing up and like, tell everybody about yourself, you know? And you're like, I like cheese and video games.
Did you actually say I like cheese?
Who doesn't like cheese?
I mean, I like cheese. I don't know that that's how I would identify myself. Who are you? I like cheese.
If anyone knows me, that's like top 5. I like cheese.
Okay. Cheese. That makes me. What was the Clarissa Explains It All? Was that old Nickelodeon show? And they had the girl like, I like eggs. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, keep going. I apologize.
No, go ahead.
Navy Brats Unite, says Geeky.
Yes. So I am 37. I am a 3D printer currently, but I have done many different jobs in my lifetime. I have been many different people because I tell everyone that I am a little weirdo theater kid turned actor, Gemini. That was the middle child. So, always looking for attention and validation. So, yeah, I'm just weird. In my everyday life, I like everything nerdy. I like everything video games. I love technology and cosplay. I like cosplay a lot.
Okay.
But that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I like anything that's nerdy.
Okay. So we got the whole nerd. Are you a D&D person?
So funnily enough, I was never a D&D person just because I felt like I was never anywhere to make a group. So I just never made those ties.
Okay.
So I think that's too much of a commitment for me.
I gotcha. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. How much did you travel as a kid? Were you one of those every 3 years you rotate through, or?
So we were every 4.
Okay.
Every 4 we rotated. We finally ended up in Texas. They let him retire here, and I have not moved since just because I'm sick of moving.
No, that's funny. Hey, somebody says, I was staring at the Pokemon in the background. Hey, honestly, if you look at her little logo right there, see that little guy back there and the guy down there, they're probably a little similar. So I have a feeling you're a Pokemon person.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to get to that. I'm gonna write that down.
Okay.
Pokemon.
Oh
All right.
yeah, since you get the wide shot, you can really see them. So I
Uh,
got Gengar
oh,
and
yeah, let's go to the wide shot. I'll get back over there. Here we go. There you go. There's your shot right there. Everybody look at the room, get all the questions in.
look at all my mess. It's fine.
Look at the chest blanket or whatever that is over there, and
It's a poncho.
it's a poncho. Okay,
Yeah,
it's a poncho. She's a poncho person, people.
I am. Oh, so I am a Hispanic. A lot of people don't know because I'm
Okay,
very white passing, but I am a Hispanic lady.
a Hispanic lady. Okay, well, welcome.
You're like,
I don't know how to
welcome to
respond to that. So, but okay, cool. I did not know that. I did not. That's interesting to know. So Pokemon, is this something I know? Like, I've never been a Pokemon person. So I know there was a time when I started watching the kids get involved in it. Not my kids. I've never had kids, but when did you get into Pokemon?
So we grew up, I don't want to say poor, but like we definitely did at one point in my life have like government cheese and assistance, you know?
Hmm.
So we never really were into it because even back in the day, it was money that we didn't have to spend.
Right.
So like the cards that we would collect as kids would be like at Trader's Village, which were clearly knockoffs and not real cards, but
Okay.
we didn't know better, you know? But I've always been into it. And then my first job, I bought a Game Boy at a pawn shop. Like it had no back cover. I had to put duct tape on it where the batteries were. And I had I want to say Red was my first one, Pokemon Red,
Okay.
and just got addicted and this is
That's
where I
cool.
am. I even
That
have
is cool.
Pokemon tattoos, you
Ah,
know. So
yeah, and we'll get to the tattoos a little bit later. I'm excited to talk about some of that. Really am. No, yeah, I get that. I was, my dad was bivocational. My mom stayed at home with the kids, and I know exactly where you're talking about. And we had the garbage pail kids, and
right.
all
Yeah.
the all the different little knockoffs that were out there. So side duck is my favorite, says Astolat. Side duck. I don't know any of them. I just know that the game that was on the phone was some kind of hack to collect everybody's information. That's all I know about Pokemon. So
I was like, hey, at least they're upfront about it. I'm not even mad about it.
I, I get that. I get that. Okay, so let's jump back into some of the stuff that you were saying. Now you said theater, and that really kind of like made me go, ooh, I was a theater kid, audio, video, all that kind of stuff. So let's jump back to your early theater career.
Okay, so it's actually really funny how I got into theater. I was an incredibly anxious, incredibly like not to toot my own horn, brainy kid growing up. So I was in like the highest classes and it got to the point to where I was finishing my work and becoming a nuisance in school.
Oh, okay.
So um I was getting in quite a bit of trouble. So I actually dropped out of public school very early into my 8th grade year and everybody was telling my mom, "Oh, she's going to become antisocial. You have to put her in something. You have to put her in something." So my mom put me in a beauty pageant. There's still pictures. It's terrible. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
And the alternative to that, like catty little girls that were crazy, was to put me in theater school. So I went to the Creative Arts Theater School. It was called CATS,
Right.
and they had a homeschool theater acting class. And I started doing it, fell in love. After high school, I went to a professional acting school, a conservatory. I got my associate's degree. After that, I started doing commercials, a little bit of movies, a little bit of TV, and then, buckled down and got a
Whoa.
real job,
Whoa, that's awesome. Would we know you in anything?
No. I
You,
mean, like,
yeah,
if you look
it's
close
shake and
enough, you'll
bake, and I
see me.
helped. You didn't do anything like that?
So, funnily enough, my favorite commercial was for Aladdin bail bonds, and I was a bank robber, and it was great. It was hilarious. So, like, I have like pantyhose over my head in one shot
That is awesome.
with like a what is it? A rolling pin was my weapon of choice.
I love local TV. Local TV is the
Yeah,
best when
right.
it comes to commercials. They're just so awesome. So that's great. So you were a robber in what commercial? What other parts did you play? Like, did you ever have to play a
I did.
grieving person at a funeral home, or did you? What were these
So
roles?
funnily, yes, I
Funnily
did
enough,
actually
I
pick
like her
up.
phrase.
I did a movie with Dolph Lundgren, called
Nice.
Missionary Man,
Okay.
and he's amazing, by the way, the nicest guy you've ever met.
That's great.
And we were doing a funeral scene, and they're like, "Don't look at camera, don't look at camera." But me being me, we're like walking in, so it's a back shot, right?
Mhm.
So we're walking in, but me being cheeky, I'm like, they're not going to keep it anyways. I do a full 180 turn and like, bam, dead eye the camera. They kept it in the movie.
Oh, I so gotta go watch that. I so gotta go watch
That
that
was
again.
so good.
That
I
is
was like,
great.
yeah,
That is hilarious. That is awesome. Wow, that's cool. That was a lot more than I was expecting when I asked the theater question. So that's a
yeah.
pretty
Really.
now, do you do any of that periodically now from time to time or
Funnily enough, I'm doing a commercial and a photo shoot next week, Tuesday and Wednesday,
awesome. That's awesome. Can you say what for?
medieval times.
Medieval. Oh, come on. That's great. That is
Yeah, so
great.
I fell into them when I was in school. They came to the school out in Dallas and we're like, "Hey, we're doing this thing. Do you guys want to come?" And we're like, "Yeah." So now every time they do it again, it notifies me. Like they reach out and they're like, "Yo, you want to do it again?" I'm like, "Yes, please."
That is great. So, guys, here's an assignment for the Peanut Gallery. Two things. One, you got to find that clip in the movie and post it to Discord. Somebody find it. I know somebody's got to be able to find it and post it to Discord. And then be on the lookout for those commercials. I want to see those.
Dude, if you find a commercial, let me know because I've been searching. I know it's Aladdin bail bonds, but they didn't play in my area because I think they were out of Alabama or something. I don't
Okay.
know why they were in Texas, but
Well,
I was like, okay.
Texas, especially that area, is really well known for production and everything. It's kind of like Atlanta,
Oh,
and so it's really easy to get commercials done. Plus, they don't want to do it locally. And have recognizable people sometimes. So I
right.
get that. I get that. That is awesome. But yeah, Peanut Gallery, that's your assignment. That's your, I taught value for value. That's your talent today. Go find that talent, time, talent, treasure. Use the talents today. Find that. That'd be beautiful. Okay. Okay. That's cool. So now beauty pageants. No, I'm picking. I'm not going to.
I
I,
was just so like not prepared to do it because like I'm like this even before I got into theater, I was just like a weird kid, right? Like
yeah.
very anxious, very weird, but also very funny because I was awkward. So we did the pageants and I remember distinctly in my mind even all these years later, I'm standing in a lineup and the girl next to me was like Trisha Marie something, right? And so I'm trying to make conversation and I was like, "Oh, your middle name is Marie too?" And she was like, "No, that's part of my first name." And I was like, "This is not the place for me."
Yeah. Yeah. I have a niece. She has a lot of friends who do it, and so she does it. But she doesn't she doesn't care if she wins, she doesn't care if she places, she doesn't care. She just wants to do it and dress up and have fun. And
Yeah.
that's working audio and video like I have for so many years. You get to understand the character of we have a new character walking through the screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
oh.
need I need the battery pack to charge my phone. So this is my husband and my dog.
Okay, hold on. We're
That's
gonna
Frankie.
hey,
Hi Frankie.
hey, Frankie,
Hi
move
Frankie.
Frankie over a little bit. There we go. Awesome. Hey guys.
Oh, hello Frankie. That's my
Ah,
baby girl.
awesome.
Yeah, it told me 20% on my camera.
Oh
So I was
my.
like, what are you
Yikes.
doing?
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm not trying to lose you.
Well, guys, we are talking to Tarsha Z3D. No, Tasha today. Just getting to know her. Y'all know it's really important for me. I think it's important to have a relationship. I think it's important to get to know people. And we watch creators so much and we see the things that they do, but that is just the tip of the iceberg of what they're allowing us to see. And so conversations like this really open up the creators more, the designers, the makers, and it's just a really exciting time. So y'all keep coming in, keep those likes going, please. Keep subscribing, get the subscriptions over on the other platforms, do all the things. You know where you are. You know what you need to do to make this show go out so we can get this lady some more followers, a bigger audience, and a lot more influence. We're all trying to do that nowadays, right?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
trying to crack 10K so hard.
Cracking 10K on TikTok. Yeah, I know. I've just decided this is a slow go for me. And that's okay. I'm not a cute girl, so it just doesn't happen for me. I just have to I'm the old guy and I just have to work harder. And that's okay. Um Gen Z. Woo. No. X actually. So, all right. So, let's jump into a couple of other things. I know a lot of people know you as a 3D printer. So let's jump into some of the 3D printer conversation and we'll take a break in a minute. But when did you start 3D printing?
So I saw my first 3D printer in real life when I went to aeronautics school. So I needed to learn how to do things on planes so I could get a job at Lockheed. And they have a placement school. And the guy that runs the school has like 5 3D printers just in there.
Uh huh.
So he would let us play with them if we finished our work. And once again, brainy kid, I was always finishing early. So I was like, let me touch all your printers.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, do you remember what those printers were? Do you have
Oh
any?
yeah, they were he had Enders and then he had a couple Cobras.
Okay. Okay.
So I ended up buying myself Ender 3
Of course.
from Micro Center with that $100 coupon off. So I think I paid like $110, you know? And I was like, oh, this is great. You know, it's cheap. It'll be fun. I can make all the things.
Yeah.
And
So,
I
what
got
year
it.
was
And
this? What year was this?
this was, I want to say it was May of 22
Okay, 22. Okay.
was when I bought my Ender
Okay.
because it was a way for me. So I went to school in like the end of 21 and then I found It's Boys in Space on TikTok and I was watching all of his stuff and I was like, "Oh, I want to do this. He's making really cool stuff." And then that's why I ended up buying it later after I was already working for Lockheed and doing all of that business.
Okay. Now, for Lockheed, what can you? I know sometimes you're under NDA and you
Oh, get
can't
all
talk.
the secrets.
I
I'm
know.
not there
I'm not.
anymore.
I'm not. I know. Well, I live near DC, so I have a lot of friends who I don't know what they do. So I'm used to that. Um, what kind of stuff were you doing? Were you doing any type of printing type stuff there? Were you what design?
What's really sad is I probably would still be there if I could have ever broken into the side that works with the printers.
Gotcha.
Because when I got in there, I was very much about this is where I want to get to this part of it. But I was just like a mechanic building planes.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. But I made friends with all of the guys that were doing the really cool fabrication work because they had like 3D printers that were the size of a room. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
massive. And I was like, this is where I want to be. I just could never. They wanted like ridiculous degrees for
Yeah.
like years and years. And I'm like, bro, I know how to work these printers. Like, just let me at them.
Yeah, yeah, the material science degrees and all sorts of stuff like
Yeah.
that.
And
So
then it was even like making tooling parts to assist the build. Because at Lockheed, there's a lot of redundancy or just things that are made difficult that could easily be fixed by 3D printing, just printing a simple guide for
yeah,
tool. But because they are under contract with the government, you can't just be like, here, let's use this because it will work. You have
right.
to do a whole thing and then they don't want to pay you. And I was like, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. I hear a lot of those conversations. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly. So okay, so that's cool. So you've got like very varied experiences in a lot of
Yeah.
different places, and that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I tell everyone. I was like, I've done almost everything.
Yeah,
And it's wild. Like I've worked for American Airlines back in the day. I worked for American Express. Like I've been in almost every genre of everything that you can be in.
yeah. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, look, I'm going to give you a break and sit back,
Okay.
drink a little bit of your what's in your glass right there, and relax.
I
I'm going to
tr-
talk to the peanut gallery for a few, and then we'll bring Tasha back in. Tasha, Tarsha, Tisha. That's the next one. So y'all know what the name is, right? Type it. Everybody know Tasha. All right, I'll bring you back in a minute. All right, guys, thank y'all for being here. Thank you so much. This is a awesome interview. I'm enjoying getting to know Tasha, and I hope y'all are too. Get your questions in the chat room, in the peanut gallery. Let me know what you want to know. What are the things that you want to talk about? I'm just going to keep going down my line. If I see something that you want to know and I can stick it in there, I will, and we'll figure out some of these new things. But I just want to thank y'all for being here. I want to just kind of offer a few things for y'all. If y'all want to know more about what happens on this show and other things, not just with an Asylum Life, but with basically us and with a lot of other creators that are part of the Discord, get over into the Discord. That's in my profile. You'll find it everywhere. And you can just jump in and become a part of the conversation. People in the rooms over there give me ideas for the shows. They tell me the things that they want to see. Also, the link for her link tree is actually over there in the live show chat channel. And so it's a great place to find information, a great place to find out about what future shows are coming. And if you have people you want me to talk to, it's a great place to hit me up and just tell me, hey, I'd like to hear from this person. This is my favorite creator. I'm really interested in getting to know them better. Hey, I'd like to be on. I'm always open to that. Tasha is someone that I've gotten to know recently because of a mastermind creator group or creator mastermind group that I'm a part of. It was a Discord server formed by Misfit Print. And so I want to invite all of y'all over there. If you're wanting to be a better creator, that's a really great place to go to become a part of a group. We've got a group. My group is about 11 people strong, and we spend time every week just getting to know each other, understanding each other's content, throwing ideas back and forth, and just helping ourselves be better marketers, better advertisers, better creators, better product designers. So much is there when in our conversations, and then we just become friends as it happens. So jump in the Discord, ask me about that. I will send you the link. And yes, I do put up with Nate. Nate is in the group too, and Nate's going to be coming up soon. We got several people in the room. We got Blazin and some other people that are in the room, and we are just going to have a lot of fun getting to know all the people that I am getting to know. And so before we get back to Tasha, I want to make sure y'all understand the value for value. I talked about that a little bit earlier. I really try to add value to the show. I really try to work hard and understand the people that I'm interviewing. On Tuesdays, I really try to get the news. I try to come up with entertainment. I really try to bring other people in who can create something that's just entertaining, fun, and also teaches you something. Like this Tuesday, we're going to have project night, and I invite anybody who wants to come in to take about 5 minutes and show off a project that they're working on. You may not have done videos about it right now, but if it's something that you're doing, you're proud of, and you want to show, reach out to me. I'll be happy to bring you in and let you talk about that project that you're doing for a while. And so I hope that if I give you value, that you'll give value back. And you can give value back in 3 ways: time, talent, and treasure. Time, getting in here, watching the show. I love having people here. I love people who just want to get to know other creators or who want to be a part and participate. Then there's talent, the people who have design abilities. They want to help with graphics. They want to help with audio editing. They want to help with things in the Discord. They want to help just in other ways. Maybe you have a talent that I haven't even thought about that you think would be good and help us just make this community an amazing place to be, which I think it already kind of is, but we can always make it better. And then treasure. If you don't have the time, you might have the talent, but you don't have the time to do it, right? Or you just don't have time or don't feel like you have the talent. The treasure. I don't belabor that. There are ways. I have sustaining donators who subscribe to this show on different services. There are other ways off of platform to get with me. If you want to give money to this show, it helps buy equipment. It helps me reach out to people. There's a lot of things that money goes towards. It helped me work on my new computer that we have been live broadcasting on for the past couple of weeks, and has been doing awesome. And that's something y'all added back to me of value, and it encourages me to give more value. So we're going to have an awesome year. We'll talk about more shows that are coming up after this, but I'm going to go ahead and bring Tasha back in. Here she is, Tasha. Hi. Hi.
I wasn't clicking in the chat. It's fine.
That's awesome. That is great. All right, we got people talking in the peanut gallery. Any questions, guys? Get those questions in. We do have a little bit to go, so there's plenty of time to get more questions in here. Even if you want to know more about beauty pageants, I'll ask. She doesn't have to answer, but I'll ask.
I don't have very many answers. I did not do very well.
And that's okay. Did you enjoy any part of it?
No.
No, not at all. Not even that. You didn't act like this big personality and walk out on stage and do stuff. What was your talent? Ooh, what was your talent?
Okay, so you have to realize like back I tell everyone that I've been chunky forever because I've literally been like 200 pounds since fourth grade. Like that's just my story. I was big in kindergarten. So then picture that in a beauty pageant with all these little like bobblehead girls, and I'm like the only one that's not a little bobblehead girl. Um, so yeah, it was terrible. The whole
Okay.
ride of it.
And she told me not. She didn't tell me your talent, did she, guys? What was your
I
talent?
didn't have one. I
Oh.
got cut before the talent.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
got
There we
it
go.
before
There
the
we
talent.
go. I gotcha. That makes sense now.
I'm fine.
Well, cool. All right. So back to the 3D printing. Those were just things that were rolling around in my head while I was talking and saying things. There's too much happening back there. So what was you? So you said you bought the Ender. That was your first Ender 3
Mhm.
was your first
Yeah.
printer. What was your second printer?
A Bamboo Lab
Bamboo Lab.
X1C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. You went for the flagship.
Yeah. So I saw them on Kickstarter. I saw the 3D printers that I was following on TikTok started to get them. By the time I went to get them, Kickstarter wasn't a thing anymore, so I had to wait for it to open. But I want to say that first bit on the website is when I got my first X1C. So I
Okay.
got like the ones that went available to everybody and not
Okay.
just the Kickstarter ones.
Okay. So 2022, you got your first printer. The X1C probably wouldn't have been too close behind then. So that would have
No,
been
I think it was that November. Yeah.
yeah, that would have been pretty quickly after that. So how many printers do you have now?
Currently I have 6. So I had more, but
Okay.
I've given a couple away. But I am down to 6 right now.
And are they all bamboo? Are they various in the sundry printers? What?
They are currently all bamboo,
Okay.
not sponsored, but if they would like to, slide in.
Slide into the DMs.
No, honestly, I just really like the way that they print. I like how they're fast because I am extremely impatient. That's why I do a lot of minis. Like people are like, "Oh, you're always doing the minis." Yeah, because I'm impatient.
Mhm.
I don't want to wait 5 days
I
for a
gotcha.
multicolored print that's this big, you
I
know?
understand. I understand. Okay, that's cool. And no shade on the bamboos, guys. No shade. I have an A1. I know printers. And different people need different printers for different things. That's why there's different printers. So everybody calm down. It's okay.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm like a fangirl. Like I scream about the X1C and I honestly do regret buying them every day. And the
Really?
original S drives me up the wall
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a good design. The X1C, the P1S, the P1P, they it was a great model. Just there were so many things where they could have made it work better. And I think they were just about, oh, we're going to put it out because it works really fast and this is what we're going for.
Right.
Instead of it working really fast, good. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Well, it still was a big game changer. It was
Yeah.
still like it changed the playing field for 3D printing for I mean it was huge. Huge when something appliance like came out. And I'm kind of with you. I think the A1 series prints much better than the X
Yes.
series did. And
Those are
so
the majority that I have now. I have mostly A1 minis now,
okay. Okay.
and I love them.
And I love them. Now you print these to sell, right?
Uh, mhm.
And where do you sell?
Mostly now I sell just out of my house or I go to events. But honestly, last year I really killed myself on events. It was almost every weekend. Sometimes I would be doing 3 different events. Like especially in December, I want to say right before Christmas, I had an event Thursday and then Friday was a different place, Saturday was a
Oh
different place, and
wow.
Sunday was a different place. Like I killed myself last year. And it's really kind of sad because going into this year, I'm like, I don't want to do any of it
Oh.
anymore. Like it was just too much.
Yeah. Now do
So
you
I scaled back a lot.
Okay. Do you do any on TikTok or on any other platforms that you sell on?
So TikTok did me really well for my pipe cocks masks. Like
Mhm.
for a while there, I
Yeah.
was like the girl for
Yeah.
those masks, you know? And TikTok Shop was really good for me. I would wake up, there'd be like 75,000 views on a video that I posted that was tagged with my items. I was getting really good orders. And then sadly, I had a lot of death in my family that really kind of kicked me into a depression loop. And just like any social media,
selling. We were talking about the TikTok shop, and we kind of worked our way through a few of those items. Is there anywhere else? Do you have any other store? Like, we know you have your link tree, and her link tree is available in the Discord, guys. Just go to the live chat room. I know all the likes went away. You know what that means, though. You got to work harder. Come on, get them up there.
work harder, break
Share
those
it out
numbers.
again. Do all those things. And I'm waiting for Tasha's mom to get back. She's still not over on YT, so we're gonna have to give
Oh,
her a
I
hard
knew I
time if she
wasn't.
doesn't come back. Like, she was listening to it in the background, watching her favorite TV show. That's what was happening.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. Thank y'all so much for coming back. Well, it looks like we got just about everybody. So I appreciate y'all living
Wow.
through that with me. So on your link tree, what kind of things do you have on your link tree that people can look for? Do you
Uh,
remember?
Mostly I have all of my social media.
Right.
So I am on TikTok, which is probably my biggest following, and honestly the one that I update the most. I'm kind of bad about the other ones. I
We're gonna
know.
talk about this in group.
I know. I do Instagram, I do Facebook. I am brand new to YouTube, so I would love
Ooh.
a subscribe over there.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, everybody get over there and follow her. Remember, this is kind of the season of diversification. We all realize we could lose any platform at the drop of a hat. I'm not dropping my hat. You're not seeing my head today. But diversify. Follow your favorite creators everywhere you can follow your favorite creators. I think that's really, really important. What's up, Juan? If she shows up to the group. Oh, ooh, Juan is throwing some shade.
Oh, they were giving me mess about it last night because they were in my live. Him and Bensky were in my live,
Oh,
and they
that's
were razzing me.
we all get busy. We all get busy, and we can't show up for groups sometimes. Group, we need to call it that. It sounds like something special. She's going to group.
Well, what's funny is an old coworker jumped in my live yesterday, and she was like, "Oh, do you remember me? It's Nikki from AA. AA is American Airlines." But everybody was like, "You were in AA?"
That's
I
funny.
was like, "No, American Airlines."
That is great. That is great. Can't go wrong there, right, guys? Can't go wrong there. Well, look, while I'm thinking about this, I'm going to have to hit this little record button down here just to make sure I capture this last half, because I can't tell if it's recording other places. But anyway. All right. Get your questions in the room, because if you put questions in there, I totally lost them. They all went away, guys. I apologize for that. So selling prints. Now I hear, and this is part that I want to kind of dig in a little bit. This chair. You sell something else, or you like the tattoos. I need to understand the whole tattoo situation. Like, don't you sell tattoos or something, or you
No.
does something with tattoo? Is there anything else with
I mean,
tattoos? Have I had a
think it got
misunderstanding somewhere?
yeah, no, I think it got really confusing because in a lot of my videos I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to be at this tattoo expo." So I think people started thinking that I'm doing
Okay.
tattoos. But
Okay.
like I don't do tattoos. I
Okay.
mean, I would love to, maybe one day, but like not currently.
So you just buy tattoos is what you do.
Yeah, I
You
just
just
get
buy them.
honestly, I normally I normally barter my work for tattoos is
Beautiful.
what
That is
because if we went back to that, I would be very happy
I,
as like a society.
I know the barter system. I don't know. I can't decide if it would be a good or anything. So Juan is saying collector. Um so
Collector.
how many tattoos do you have then?
I'm to the point where I like can't count them. I have quite a few. Like both arms are almost completely
Okay.
covered. This one's all the way around, comes down on my fingers. Like
Okay.
it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, are you working I know one's almost a sleeve. Are you
Yeah,
working for
this
two
one.
sleeves?
So I'm gonna finish the rest of this sleeve this year. But I got this at the end of last year to finish up this part of my arm
Right.
because this side is like I don't know if I could turn it.
I got you. Yeah, hold on, wait. Let me expand so people can
I'm
see
like,
these
if I
things.
could turn it.
I am not
Oh,
doing
I'm
well here.
still
There we
currently I'm
go.
trying to rip my arm off, yeah. So I have like
Okay,
that.
that's awesome.
Oh, my
Now,
face looks really weird to me because I have the double.
where so what is are there meanings behind all of these? What I do
Oh,
not have a single tattoo. So this is coming from a person who does not understand tattoos. That's all.
so this was just something that I enjoyed. And this actually started with just this part, my hand to here.
Okay.
And that was basically uh can we curse on here? Is that fine?
Go for it.
So this tattoo was a fuck you to customer service. When I finally left customer service, I was like, I'm going to get a hand tattoo so they can never hire me again because I'm
Oh
not going
wow.
back.
Okay. Okay. Uh
So I did that. But then this arm,
there
honestly, most of this arm is my memorial arm. So
okay.
people that have passed that I love very much are on this arm. And it's just nice. So I do actually, one of my favorites is my pizza.
What's the one above that? What?
The pizza?
No,
Oh, this
above
one?
no, the guess towards your hand, more towards your hand. Right there.
The G?
Oh, okay, there. I couldn't tell what it was. Okay, now
Yeah,
I
he's
can
G.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my pizza has, I don't know if you can tell, but they're buttons instead of like
Pepperoni.
toppings.
Uh-huh.
And they're buttons because I lost my grandfather. That was like my everything.
Mm.
And he always used to take me for my birthday to Peter Piper's Pizza. And he would say, what do you want? Do you want pizza with buttons? Let's get pizza with buttons. And it was black olives.
Oh, okay.
So when he passed, I was like, let me get a pizza with
Well,
buttons.
that's cool. That is really cool. And so that whole arm is kind of a dedication to just people.
Yeah. So I actually have, this is my previous dog, Harley. And sadly, I lost her. So she's a pretty big focal point here.
Yeah.
I have a couple of others that I have to get from the people that passed the end of last year, which are coming up pretty soon. I'm going like middle of February to get more work done. So
Yeah. Huh. That's it. So what and my mind just went somewhere, but what made you so close to your grandfather? What how did that relationship work for y'all?
so growing up, dad was in the Navy.
Okay.
So very proud about that, loved it. But we didn't really see him that often. He's
Yeah.
off doing what he had to do. And there were three of us girls. So I have an older sister, a younger sister. We're all 3 years apart. We're all girls. And I just always felt left out. Like, nothing to say against my mom, but like, we all clearly know who the parents' favorites are, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
At least we
I
think we
always
do.
felt
Yeah.
like I wasn't. And my grandpa just, no matter what we were doing, like, we just always had this immediate click. Like, he taught me how to play poker. We would always play poker and we would talk all the time. I would say, honestly, I think I texted with him more than anyone else.
Mm.
And it's wild to say, but I even still, like, I texted him this morning because I woke up and thought about it. And I was like, oh, let me text him, even though,
Right.
nobody's
No,
responding back.
I
But it's
get
just
it.
something.
I get it. And I know people who do that. And I think that's really cool. I think that's special. I love that. And I was close to one of my grandfathers, and I'm always interested in relationships like that. Just my grandfather and I made wind chimes together and
Yeah.
did some really fun stuff. So that is really cool.
Yeah. So
That is
poker
cool.
was our thing. We were actually supposed to go to the World Series of Poker the year that he passed.
Okay.
So this year, I couldn't go last year. I just wasn't in a mental place to do it. But this year, I would like to go
Yeah. That's great.
for him.
So now so y'all went to that together?
He went, and I was always too scared to go.
Okay.
Uh, but he was always like, "No, you're good enough. Let's go."
Okay.
And I was always terrified, which was really funny because my grandpa was like an amazing player,
Oh wow.
but he was also a veteran. He was in the Vietnam War, and he had a really bad accident. He got shot. He had shrapnel in his back, like almost died. Um, so he got to the point when he was playing poker, he would be playing really well. And then when his back started hurting him, he'd start playing really bad because he was ready to get up off the table.
Uh
So like he never made it like really far in the World Series of Poker. But if he
right.
was at home, it was hilarious because he'd be playing online and he'd have like 6 different tables he was playing at once. It was
Wow.
great.
That is crazy. That is crazy. That is a talent. Well, guys, we're sitting here talking to Tasha of Tasha Z3D. I don't know why I'm having problems saying it tonight, but just getting to know her a lot better. Remember, we always like to learn more about the makers, not just what they do, but who they are. And so I appreciate you sharing that story. I think that is amazing. I love that. I think the tattoos are a great testament to just the relationship that you have formed. And I think, yeah, that's cool. Makes me kind of want one, but I don't know. I've just never been one. They always told me get a design, put it in a drawer for 6 months, and if you look at it later and still want it, get it. I've never liked anything after 6 months. So,
Well, what's funny is, so I wanted to do like a poker chip originally because he had a specific holder that he would use.
okay.
Um, but then I ended up going with the pizza because the really cool thing with my pizza, everyone that sees me and sees the pizza asks about it and why it's a pizza with buttons. So then I get to tell his story. So now he's living in everybody that hears that story.
Okay.
So it's like he's living on, even though
Yeah.
he's not.
Now that's great. That's great. Well, I can't wait to see it at Remurf. She's going to be at Remurf, guys. So if y'all want to meet Tasha, that'll be a great place to do it. I think we're going to have. I think Remurf. I think I know more people this year that are going to Remurf. So I think it's going to be like this big party.
I'm so nervous because I feel like it's weird. So I'm almost to 9,000 followers, but I still very much look at like filament stories, you, Kirsten, Ben, like y'all are like I think I'm like an unknown, nobody knows me. You know what I mean? So
Uh,
I'm just like when people come into my live and they're like, "Oh, I know you. You're so and so." It's still like I don't believe that they know me.
I,
You know what I mean?
I get that. I get that. And it's and you talk to I think every creator at every level is like that. It's just and especially the ones you can tell who are humble about it. You know that they're like there's no way, And when you I've seen other creators who people have just come up and there's been a line and they're just like why it's
Yeah.
like I'm nobody. I'm just a person who loves filament, or I'm a person who gets to show machines, or I'm a person who gets to do this. And so it's a very unique social media has put people in a lot of very unique situations to be known but not felt known.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Well, guys, any questions? Peanut Gallery? I haven't seen any questions. We're talking ice cream parties.
No one cares.
I know. Come on, and just let your mom. Oh, I bet your mom is on the YT now. Somebody, a viewer over on YT, just showed up. So just let her know I gave her a hard time for not
Oh,
showing
if she
back
just
up.
showed up, that's so sad because her dad is the one that I was super close with. Like it's her dad is the grandpa. We just did this whole beautiful talk of him, and she wasn't even there for it.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, she can always go back and listen to the podcast where this will be available sometime next week where everybody, yep, it's her. She's here. Hello, Miss Vivian. How are you? We've been talking about you a lot, waiting for you to come back and join. Had a beautiful story about your husband, or dad.
Dad.
Dad. I said husband. I knew that was wrong the second I said it. So, anywho, anything, guys? Anything? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I keep waiting for him to say a few things. Um, any other tattoos that you have that you want to talk about?
Any other tattoos I have? Oh, so one of my favorites, is this guy. He's
Okay,
like a goldfish
pumpkin
jack o'
thing,
lantern,
Jacqueline. Yeah.
and the bubble is a skull.
Uh huh. That's cool.
And that's just because I live Halloween 365. Like I'm literally wearing a Halloween shirt today.
From Bucky's, I might add.
It glows in the dark.
It
It's cute.
glows in the dark. That's awesome. That is Jacko
But yeah,
fish. Yeah.
that's why I struggle with doing honestly events that aren't themed
Hmm.
because like the stuff that I like is creepy and weird. And I feel like normal everyday people don't like the stuff that I make.
Uh,
So that's why I'm like themed events because then I'm like, yes, let me
yeah.
make this and bring it.
Have you met Ray Skullman yet?
No.
We need
I
to
mean,
get.
I watch him,
Okay,
but I
okay,
don't
good, good. We need to get
know.
you and Ray together. Y'all would make a great duo when it comes to that kind of stuff. Maybe we can get him on one of your lives. Now you've been going live like since the whole uh AB We're going to
Yep.
call it, since AB. You've been going live a lot more on TikTok, and now those shows have been a little bit different than what you kind of see as the videos and everything that you put out. What's kind of the difference in your lives? What are you doing, and how often do you go live?
Realistically, I like to go live every night if I can. Two reasons for that. One, that's when things have quieted down because my husband works very early in the morning. So, like, we'll have our evenings together. And then when he goes to bed, I'll come in here, get on live, do the print stuff that I need to do because I'm very nocturnal. Like, I sleep maybe 3 hours because my brain can't turn off. So,
Gotcha.
this is the time that I do my print stuff. And I was like, well, I can do my print stuff and go live with my community and
Yeah.
just do two things at once because something that Shanna said, Pretzel Prince, if
Yep.
you don't know her,
Yep.
was everybody was like, oh, well, make sure you follow me here and here. She was like, no, let's build connections in real life. Let's get to know these people. So I am trying to do that via live.
Yeah.
So if you come into my live, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you have a big following. If you want to get on my live in the room with me, like just let me know and I invite everybody in. I don't care.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Unfiltered.
Yes.
It's
So my videos are very much it's done, cutesy family,
yeah.
right? And my lives are just Tasha.
Yeah.
This is me. She's very sweary, so you know,
Oh,
that's not your thing. I
we're
grew up with a
talking in
Sailor
third
Ford hat.
person now. We're talking in third person. She's very sweary.
She's very sweary. Yeah,
That's
I have
awesome.
zero filter at
That's
night.
great.
So
Yeah.
it gets pretty crazy over there.
I'm trying to help her come up with a name for the show. Like she has, I want it to be something kind of like "It's Done Unfiltered" or something. I don't know,
Yeah,
or
unplugged, something like
unplugged. It's
that.
done unplugged. If y'all have any ideas, put it in the peanut gallery because I think that would be awesome to have a really cool name
Let
for the
me know.
show, and she can have a little logo for it, all sorts of fun stuff. Well, look, I know as a creator, as of late, part of the reason you joined the group and have been in the creator mastermind is you're trying to improve on a lot of the stuff that you are doing. Kind of give people here in the room kind of an idea of what are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? Why are you trying to make yourself better in kind of the direction you're planning on going?
So I am short-term goal is 10K on TikTok. Just for me, my brain to be scratched to feel that nice number.
I know.
Unless we lose it again, I want to at least hit 10K. Long-term goal, I would like to get more into the content creation side opposed to the selling print side. Not that there's anything wrong with selling prints, it's just exhausting.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't tell you that when you're working for yourself, you really don't, you're not putting in 40 hours a week. You're putting in every hour
Yeah.
of every day
Yeah.
because when you're working from home, doing your own business, I can't be like, oh, I'm not gonna do this on this day, but I'm home, So like I'm taking calls at 2 a.m. from China, trying to get something working.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm just kind of done with the whole in I hate to say rat race because it's not a corporation, but it kind of is because I'm trying to, pay my bills and
Yeah.
do that corporate thing,
Yeah. Well, I think it's
So I
all.
would love to get into creation and streaming gaming and, just everything I
Yeah.
can do that's fun.
Yeah, same maze, same race, different maze.
Exactly.
So no, I get it, and I know we all struggle to do that. And it is interesting to me how many people are turning more towards the creator idea of things, and not trying to sell as much, just trying to uh, edutain a little bit more, get out there and teach people the knowledge that you have. And I think that's very admirable, and I think that's a great thing. So we know TikTok, and TikTok, is that a good place to DM you? Are there other
No,
places that are easier to get you?
TikTok's messaging is absolute garbage. Like I hate it. Sometimes you'll send me a message and I just don't see it
Hmm.
because of where they decide to. Because the thing is, anytime somebody follows you new, they put them there like they've sent a message. So any
Right.
actual real messages you have are like,
Right.
So please don't DM me on TikTok.
Well, where should they DM you?
Best place would either be Instagram or Facebook, just
Okay.
because I have those messaging apps separate and they notify me right away, opposed to TikTok, where it's kind of just like a trash panda in the trash trying to find trinkets. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Well, thank you so much for being here.